Welcome back, Power Tool fans. I'm Rob, and have I got some breaking tool news for you. When we talk about top-tier battery platforms, we use names like Milwaukee, Flex, Makita, Bosch, and DeWalt. But Hilti? Today they just announced an all-new top-tier battery platform called Neuron, and it brings big power, unique features, and some insane new tech. Now, should you care? Yeah, I think you should. And I've got 4 big reasons why. And I know, Hilti, I didn't believe it either. That is until I used each new tool myself. Let's go. 70 tools. That's not 20 tools and 50 accessories. That's really 70 all-new tools, and on an all-new 20-volt battery platform that Hilti calls Neuron. They refer to it as cordless without compromise, and they say this one platform can handle everything from light-duty drilling to heavy-duty concrete chiseling and cutting. But do we need another pro battery platform? Hilti is well aware of their peers, but they say there are 4 big reasons that Neuron is different, starting with a singular universal platform. One 22-volt battery that powers your impact and your concrete saw and breaker. And if you can power the entire job site with just one battery, well, that means that you'll need fewer batteries, lowering your cost. They claim that Neuron can replace all of your corded and gas tools. But how do they do that? Why does Milwaukee need MX and DeWalt need FlexVolt, but Hilti only needs Neuron? That brings us to our second reason, power. And the biggest contributor is something as inconspicuous as the interface between the new battery and the tool. Now, Hilti showed us these much larger connections, which they say enable them to pull up to 100 amps at once. That's twice the current of their current 22-volt platform. So when you take that kind of capability and double it in a few 44-volt tools, you can quickly see how they're powering this breaker. Of course, it doesn't hurt that they'll be offering some pretty big batteries too. Okay, so you have one battery platform and it's powerful enough to do every job on the job site. But there's more to Neuron than that. Next is data. Now, I know this is a boring subject, but it's important, and this new platform comes with an absolutely genius new tool tracking system. Whenever you're using a Neuron tool, data about the use and health of the tool and battery are stored in the battery. Why? Because whenever you put a battery on a connected charger, the data is automatically uploaded to the cloud. You can even move a battery to several different tools in between charges, and it will store the data from all of them. That data can be used to alert you if your battery is beginning to fail or if your tool will need maintenance soon. On a job site, the system can even be set up to automatically send a replacement battery as soon as one starts to fail. You'll be able to access all of the data on either mobile or desktop using Hilti's OnTrack software platform. Now, we've seen these data-driven advantages before, but never has tracking been this simple. You don't have to tell your users to install an app, bring their phone with them, or even remember to check data. It all happens naturally and with zero extra effort when they charge their batteries. Last of all, durability and safety. Hilti has always had a prominent focus on durability. Their tools are designed for every job, from the individual handyman door installation all the way up to setting anchors in the biggest skyscrapers. And Neuron, it's no different. Their new batteries are housed in a robust fiberglass reinforced housing and have external shock-absorbing bumpers for extra protection. All of the electronics are fully sealed to protect against moisture, dust, and other job site contaminants. But safety's just as critical. Their dust removal systems are available on all Neuron tools, and active vibration reduction comes standard. Their active torque control is now available on even more Neuron tools, jumping from their drilling into their cutting tools as well. They've even got capacitive grips for their angle grinders that know if you're holding the tool or not. And yes, Sarah and I got to use just about every tool they're offering. We spent an entire day learning about the new innovations, the features, and the safety tech. Then we put the tools to work for ourselves. Now, they say these new batteries will give their tools more power than their old 22-volt tools, more power than their old 36-volt tools, and more power than 120-volt or even 230-volt corded tools. And I believe them. The hand tools that we used did the job that we expected, but the bigger tools really surprised us. The concrete saw, which you can see our buddy Paul, the tool pig, using, was an absolute stunner, and yeah, I was happy with the breaker too. And supposedly, these 70 tools are just the beginning. Now, they're all going to start shipping in March in both Canada and the US, and by January 2023, they'll be launched and live globally. But they also told us to look out for even more tools in the next 12 months. And honestly, beyond the robot or maybe one of their $60,000 diamond wall saws, I'm not sure if there are any Hilti tools that couldn't fit into the Neuron lineup. And I guess that's the point. Hilti thinks they finally created a true cordless job site. There are certainly a few missing tools, but how far off could they be? And what does that mean for those of us who don't work on skyscrapers? In just 2 months from now, Hilti will be selling a series of power tools that are extremely powerful, they're extremely durable, extremely capable, extremely safe, and all supported by an insane warranty. Why would I not consider that, even if I'm a handyman, a carpenter, or even a plumber? Maybe because you've never looked at Hilti yourself. Have you ever been to a Hilti store? Did you even know there was such a thing? Because I didn't. There's one here in Columbus, just 20 miles from our studio. There's one in Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh, all super close. But even if you live in a city with a Hilti store, there's a real good chance you haven't seen them because they're typically tucked away in industrial areas. They're there because it's easier for their current customers to get to. I've now held all these tools in my hands and used them myself. I am genuinely excited about them. But you're not going to be able to pick one up and feel it at Home Depot. If you want to see these tools for yourself, you might have to drive a bit off your normal beaten path. But for once, it just might be worth it. Now, we'll be launching many new videos about specific Neuron models in the coming weeks. If there's something you saw in one of the clips that piqued your interest, let me know and I'll try to get that video up sooner. Now, full disclosure, to show us these new tools, Hilti flew Sarah and I to Switzerland and Liechtenstein and put us up in a hotel that looked like this and took us places that looked like this and this. However, this video is not sponsored and the opinions I just gave you are my own. And obviously, my 1 day of testing is no match for the onslaught of proper tool testing that will no doubt happen here on YouTube on some of our favorite channels in the coming months. If you watch our show on Friday, I'll make sure that you don't miss any of them. All right, so what do you guys think? Did they get your attention? I definitely want to hear your opinion in the feedback below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to join us this and every Friday for our Power Tool Week in Review. We're actually detailing the contents of our next production crew shelf in just 2 days. I'll see you then.
Try not to die.